Hello guys, this is Trudy Tayo. Like I promised you guys that I'm going to be giving you this video for free on Introduction to Fundamentals. Now, before I start, I want you guys to know that uh, like during I think the stage 2 of our class, I taught you on forms of trading. We have the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis, like the fundamental trading and technical trading. And what we've been dealing most about, I told you about fundamentals that time. The fundamentals is the king of analysis. It doesn't respect technical at all. I told you that fundamentals deals with news, deals with events, what happens in the economy. If Donald Trump gave a tweet now, or tweet on Twitter and give a speech, it might affect the forex market. Do you understand? If USD have been buying since morning, it has been buying. If Donald Trump give a speech, the market might start selling and it might affect other currencies as well. So that's its event. Do you understand? Event fundamentals is the king of analysis. Normally, if you have draw your support and resistance, read the candlestick analysis, draw your Fibonacci retracement, carry out all analysis on technical analysis, and say, okay, you've actually concluded that this market will sell any moment from now. Now, let's assume now that the market actually gets your resistance and start selling, and you place a trade on sell. You're in profit. Okay, fine. Probably you're in the trade of USD and you're in profit on USD US dollar, and it's selling. Normally the market should be selling according to technical analysis. It should be selling. That's the normal thing. Technically it should be selling. But Donald Trump will come and give a speech or tweet or just give a speech like that and affect the forex market. Immediately Donald Trump give a speech, is either the speech he gave go along with the trade you are on in the forex market. Maybe you gave a speech and it's added to the selling ability of USD, you are safe. But if Donald Trump can actually give a speech and the speech gave USD strength, then USD will start buying. You'll be on loss immediately. That's fundamentals for you. Fundamental don't will be all the technical analysis we are doing. Very powerful. Very powerful. That's fundamentals for you. If a news came out from Donald Trump or from any other currency like GBP, AUD, if AUD, Australia, give one news like that, and then it might affect the forex market if it's obey or follows the pattern you are on the market at that moment, it might favor you. But if it goes otherwise, it won't say because you are currently on sell, it will sell. No, it will scatter the market for you. That's fundamentals. Fundamentals is very powerful. Now that is in the angle of probably if it's affecting technical analysis. But the main fundamentals is what I want to explain to you guys now. I told you during the course of the class on non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll. I told you guys non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll NFP is a kind of event. You call it the king of all events. Non-farm payroll. It comes up every first Friday of the month. Now people only know NFP. As I am now, I barely trade NFP. I can trade, maybe I was saying this year now, I traded NFP just once, which is this February. January, I don't think I traded it. I don't think so. I don't think I traded February. Did I? January. Did I trade on January? No, okay. I traded this February, but January I didn't trade NFP in January because NFP it rejects. Sometimes it rejects. Later I will teach you what is rejection for those that will learn fundamentals from me. Do you understand? Now there are some other events we have apart from NFP. Massive one that give better profit, massive one. We have the like of Australian AUD interest rate, AUD deployment change, AUD retail sales, card deployment change, card interest rate, card retail sales, AUD CPI, card CPI, New Zealand CPI, New Zealand interest rate, New Zealand retail sales, New Zealand employment change, card GDP, New Zealand GDP, AUD GDP. Those are events that I trade that gives profits other than NFP. So if you don't think there is only NFP we have plenty of events that I have on my Forex Bible that I write in my Forex notes that I know that I trade rather than NFP. So I barely trade NFP. Now, all this news, I learned how to trade them. You don't just say, okay, you want to start trading events. You need to seek the knowledge. Now, let me show you. I think I have some video of my events here. The video of some of my events I recorded. At least the one I've traded this year. I have some of them here. Okay, look at this event now. Look at this one. Look at this one. Niggas, I'm a forex trader. Please don't ask me where my G's at. I'm a forex. See. Please don't ask me where my G's at. I'm a forex trader. Yeah. I'm a forex trader. Yeah. You can see in the blink of an eye, $62. This one is even small. Let me show you another one. Look at this one. This one, I traded it in the middle of the night. Check the time. 1:29. There's a time for every event. This one I traded, I think, January. I forgot the date, but it's in the midnight we had that event. So we've carried out all the analysis, strategy. We know that the market is going to sell. We know that the market is going to sell. Now I play sell. Look at it now. Look at it. I think this one I recorded this another time. I put 5,000 into my account, 5,000 naira. And look at it. Event news. You check the time, 1:29 and it's 1:30. See the movement, see the sell, see massive sell. This is fundamentals. You can never compare. Look at it, 16,000. Can you see? Did you see it? 16,000. Just like that, in the blink of an eye. That is fundamentals for you. That is fundamentals. That is fundamentals. See the movement. Have you ever seen this sell before? This is fundamentals. That is fundamentals. I have plenty of them. Look at another one here. I'm a forex trader. Please don't ask me where my G's at. I'm a forex trader. You see the movement now. You see the movement now. Can you see? Can you see the movement? Can you see? That is fundamentals. That is fundamentals. Just check on that one out. Look at it. You can see the joy. You can see the joy. That's fundamentals. The movement is always massive. Always massive. I think I have another one here. You see the movement. You can see the movement. That's fundamentals for you. I have a lot of them that I've traded. I have a lot of them here. Fundamentals. It's not every event I record on my phone. I record some, I didn't record. Sometimes I forgot to record some because I'm so, when you're talking about money, you didn't even have time to record events. Do you understand? So why am I telling you guys about fundamentals? Because it's not every time you're staying in the market and say, okay, you want to analyze the market, you want to check, okay, I want to draw my support and resistance, I want to draw my Fibonacci retracement, I want to use my Elliott wave, I want to draw this and that technical analysis. There are some times whereby there will be an event, okay, like next week now. Next week now, we have a lot of events next week. That's going to fetch me big money. Lots of events. So right now, maybe I'm actually staying low on technical. I want to trade fundamentals next week. We have the like of card employment change. We have the like of card interest rates. We have the like. Okay, let me show you from this video. Let me show you from this app. I thought all of you to download investing.com. I ask all of you to download it. Investing.com. So I think next week, this is next week now. Yes, look at it. Tuesday, March 03, we're having AUD interest rate, massive movement. Wednesday, we're having AUD GDP. I told you about it. we are having, see, that same day we are having card interest rate, massive movement, massive one. We have another one on Friday. We have AUD retail sales, massive movement. See, 2:30 next week Friday we are having non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll, this is fundamentals. And then that same day we have card employment change, massive movement. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. That is fundamentals for you. But it doesn't come free. It doesn't come free. To learn fundamentals, it doesn't come free, because I know how much it cost me to learn it. But I'm giving you guys the opportunity to actually learn it, to get some of the material for technical for 1,000. And I told you before, no one is talking about it. I will not talk after then. After that, I will not talk again about technical. If you want to do technical, you need strategy. You need strategy to learn technical. You need strategy. Those strategy I told you is supposed to cost 5k, but I'm telling everyone to pay 1k for those strategy. I'm giving you 3 strategies for technical. I'm giving you 3 strategies for 1,000 naira. If you want to get it, you can get it. But fundamentals, you have to come to my DM to learn it. To learn fundamentals. I can give you some tips about investing.com. But to learn fundamental, the strategy on how to trade fundamental, it doesn't come free. No one will teach you for free. No one will teach you for free. Now, let me tell you some things on investing.com that you need to know. Investing.com. So that will lead us to the introduction to the fundamentals. That one is just like, now let me tell you so I think all of you to download investing.com. I told you before. Investing.com. So now I will show you based on. So for now, there's only 2 things I'll teach you now. Let me click on AUD interest rate decision. Can you see it? It's one I want to click now. AUD interest rate. Let me use GDP. Yes, GDP. Now, know something that, look at it now. If you check the top of my screen, you see something we have like actual, forecast, and previous. The actual, the forecast, and the previous. Now, I'll just give you a simple tip now. Just one single tip, and I will end this class. Single tip about fundamentals. It's a cheat. Single tip. If the forecast is greater than the previous, you will have a buy. If the forecast is greater than the previous, if the value of the forecast is greater than the previous, you will have a buy. And if the forecast is less than the previous, you will have a sell. And if the forecast and the previous are the same value, you still have a sell. Let me check on that one. It's like a tip. Look at this one now. Look at the forecast. The forecast is minus 0.2 and the previous is 1.0. Which one is greater? Previous is greater than the forecast. The forecast is less than the previous. What do you have? You have a sell. Whenever you see, if the actual is red color, it means that it's sold. That means that news actually sell. So you know that the event is going to be a sell. So what do? You increase your lot. You use a bigger lot to fetch money. In 1 minute, you see how much I made that time. There was a day I made like, was it about 36? Okay, I didn't record that video because I used a very big lot. In 1 minute, you can make 100,000 naira, depending on your account. Do you understand? That's fundamentals for you, but it doesn't come free. It doesn't come free, guys. So if forecast is less than the previous, you have a sell. If forecast is greater than the previous, you have a buy. But it doesn't end there. There is more to it. Guys. This is introduction to fundamentals. Keep it real. Peace, guys.